she'd marry. It seemed sensible, even if he had lots of habits that got on her nerves. But now, she didn't want to say yes, because she realized Brad didn't know her. Not even a little. God, how could she have dated him for 3 years and missed something so obvious? There had been signs. She could see them now. He'd tried to take her dancing at a club more than once, but she hated the press of bodies, the loud music, and worst of all, the actual dancing. He'd also planned a cottage getaway with not 1, not 2, but 3 other couples she didn't know. Not her idea of a good time. Despite her irritation, she'd brushed those things off, told herself they were no big deal. She'd been pleased when he'd mentioned he had tickets to this game. She liked the Jays. Wasn't it thoughtful of him? Huh. She didn't think that anymore. This took the cake, because anyone who knew Charlotte Tam would realize that she would not want a public proposal at a ball game, even if they didn't know about her ridiculous dreams. And Brad did know. One time when they were tipsy, she'd told him about her recurring nightmares and said she hated the idea of such proposals. Apparently, he hadn't thought she was serious. He must have assumed that since she liked baseball, this was the perfect place to propose. In an instant, all the affection she'd ever had for him evaporated. "Charlotte," Brad hissed. "Say yes." She hated him for putting her in this position. If you were going to do a spectacle like proposing at a ball game, wouldn't it make sense to talk about it with your partner first? Brad would claim that would have ruined the surprise. Well, some surprises were fucking terrible. Everyone was looking at her, either in person or on the screen, expecting her to say something she'd just realized she could not do. Charlotte wasn't the sort of person who'd say yes because it was easier. "Don't break his heart!" someone shouted. She felt a stab of guilt, but she quickly pushed that aside. Brad had done something idiotic, and she refused to feel guilty. She tried to speak, but no words came out. Instead, she just shook her head. And then she bolted. She stepped on 2 people's feet. She would have said sorry, but her voice still wasn't working, then hurried up the stairs and out the nearest exit. People were shouting at her, but she didn't care. Brad was probably mortified. Not her problem. She'd thought she loved him, and now all she felt was anger. How dare he make her nightmare come true? Charlotte exited the stadium. She kept running, not paying attention to where she was going, just needing to escape, to put as much distance between her and Brad as possible. There'd been 2 innings left, and she'd missed them. God damn him for ruining the game. The Jays had been losing, but still. She found herself running west on Queen Street. Why? Where was she going? Then she remembered. Her friends from university had decided to try a new cider bar on Ossington tonight. By the time she got to Ossington Cider Bar, which had to be at least 3 kilometers from the stadium, she was out of breath. She stepped inside and bent over. She must look like a mess in her John Olerud jersey and Blue Jays cap, her hair slicked with sweat. "Charlotte?" Nicole crouched in front of her, concern on her face. "What happened?" "Brad proposed." "I thought you were at a Jays game." "He proposed at the Jays game. It was on the big screen and everything." "Oh no," Nicole whispered. Sierra and Rose joined them. "That asshole," Sierra said when she heard the story. "Come on," Nicole said, taking one of Charlotte's arms. Rose took the other. "We're going to get you some booze and maybe some dessert. I bet they have something with coffee." Her friends understood her a million times better than Brad did. That was clear. And he'd been an improvement over her first 2 boyfriends, who hadn't lasted long. What was the point of dating when it was just going to end in a nightmare? As the first sip of cider crossed her lips, Charlotte Tam, who'd secretly dreamed of a small room...